Stone Pro, Quality Through Pride, presents How to Use the Rock Doctor. Our products are developed in our facilities under a real working environment. Not many of us are gifted enough to polish seams or top polish scratched stone by hand. Those who are should consider themselves most fortunate, as well as talented craftsmen. At Stone Pro, we're offering you the opportunity to give anyone and everyone on your staff this talent with portability, ease, and superior results. Let us take a few minutes to tell you how easy it can be with the Rock Doctor. The machine is uniquely contained in two durable yet attractive units. One unit is a durable power supply box, and the other is the transport container for the machine head and linear rails. All tops must be clean and dry before placing any of the lower rail assembly to the face of the stone. The vacuum system on board the power supply unit will not tolerate any moisture or dirt of any kind, nor will the cups vacuum down to the stone properly. This results in movement of the machine while in operation, which will compromise the vacuum pump and could further cause release of the vacuum cups from the surface. The power supply box consists of an air compressor that provides air pressure to the center water feed polishing head and pressurizes the water tank. This compressor is regulated within the supply box and will run on an as-needed basis only. To begin the setup of the machine, first place the power supply box on the floor or countertop, or as close to the side of polishing as possible. When removing the cam lock cap from the water reservoir, always take caution that, although the water tank is under minimal pressure, you must hold the cap down while releasing the ears of the cam lock, or the cap may unexpectedly fly off out of your hands. With that in mind, carefully remove the cam lock cap from the fill hole and pour in 1/2 gallon of clean, fresh water, avoiding any spills. When full, replace the cam lock cap. You are now ready to begin setup of the polishing machine itself. Locate the area for polishing. Measure approximately 20 inches each direction, left to right, from scratch to seam. Mark the measurement on the edge of the stone with a whiteout marker. That is where your lower linear rails will sit on the top. To contain splash and slurry drip, duct tape paper towels to the edge of the surface. Remove one of the lower linear rail assemblies from the transport box and determine which side it should sit on. The lower linear rails are reversible to accommodate vanities, kitchen countertops, or islands, which can be determined by the location of the cups on the lower rails. They must always be set with the on-off knobs to the outside of the area to be polished. Bumping the wall with the rubber stop on the end of the assembly, keep the assembly at a 90-degree angle to the wall. Repeat this process with the second lower linear rail. You will now find two aluminum location templates in the transport box. Place these templates on the bussing that is directly behind each rubber bumper located on each end of the lower linear rail assembly for correct position of the upper unit. At this time, observe that the O-rings on top of the lower linear rail assembly block are in place. You are now ready to remove the polishing head unit from the transport box. There are two handles provided on each end truck of the upper rail assembly to give you complete control in setting the unit on the centering pins on the lower unit. After the upper assembly is in place, install the two button head bolts with nylon washers into the provided holes on top of the upper assembly. There is a 3/16 T-handle Allen wrench provided to tighten these bolts. It is important to remember, do not over-tighten these bolts. Simply snug them down and stop. This is the vacuum chamber. Therefore, these end trucks are machined with minimal tolerances, and over-tightening could strip the aluminum threads from the lower blocks. Below the faceplate control panel, you will find a rail lock to hold the polishing head during transport. At this time, turn this lock counterclockwise to release for lateral movement.